Hey there! Today I'm trying something new. I am making a wreath using a moss base for the first time. This should be interesting, so let's get started. So first I'm laying out my ribbons and deciding which order I'm going to use them in. Okay, so here I'm just going to determine how big I want my bow to be or what kind of style of bow I want. And I'm starting with the 4-inch, which is a really pretty yellow background with tulip print, and it is really strong and sturdy, and it will hold its shape. So I don't want my bow to be too big because the wreath base is kind of on the small side. It's, I believe, a 14-inch maybe. So I don't want to overpower it with a big gigantic bow. So I'm kind of going with the proportion of it. And now I'm going to be adding the 2.5 ribbon, and it's also fair silk, and it's got a coral and pink tone that really picks up the coloring on the 4-inch. All these ribbons actually were pre-selected by Decorator Crafts. They're in the luxury loops box. If you're interested in that, go check her out at decoratorcrafts.com and check out the luxury loops subscription. And each month you get a box of beautiful bare silk ribbons that are already pre-coordinated for you. So anyway, there's that. So now I'm adding a black and white check ribbon just to kind of contrast all the colorful ribbons that are going in the bow. And I'm just going to finish off the bow with a 2-sided 1-inch ribbon. My apologies for being a little off camera here. I'm still trying to figure out the right angles for when I'm recording my videos, so I'm working on that. Okay, so now I'm done with the bow and trimming off the last ribbon, which actually ended up cutting shorter than I wanted to. And now I'm going to just secure it all with the zip tie. So this is my first moss wreath I've ever worked on, so I was just trying to figure out what would be the best way to secure the bow onto the wreath. So I'm just using one of those wrapped 18 gauge wires that you can get in a pack, like from Hobby Lobby or wherever. The ones I'm using actually came from Hobby Lobby, but I think you can also get them at Michael's or even Walmart. Then I'm just going to tighten the zip tie to make sure everything's secure and just fluffing out the bow before I attach it onto the wreath. These ribbons have such pretty backings on them. I'm going to reverse fold the 4-inch and the 2.5-inch. And I'll also add a little dab of glue later just to make sure they don't come undone. And also this helps to minimize any unraveling at the ends. Since this is my first time working with the moss base, I want to make sure I'm using the prettier side like you do with a grapevine. You want to make sure the prettier side is facing front. And so that's what I was doing there. And again, sorry for being out of frame. Attaching the bow to the wreath now with the 18 gauge wire that I used on the back of the bow. It's really strong, so it's not going to go anywhere. Then just trim it down and fold it onto itself so it doesn't stick out. I may go back and glue it down, but it really won't be necessary. It's very strong. So now I'm just going to add the the hanger for the wreath. Like again, like I said, this is my first time making one of these and wasn't sure how to hang it. So I'm kind of winging it here. From some of the other wreaths that I've seen, I saw that they had a ribbon at the top, and I really like that look. So I'm just going to add the contrasting ribbon at the top with the zip tie, and then add another zip tie through that for the hanger. And this ribbon is pretty on both sides, and so I turned one of the tails facing the other direction so you can see both sides of the ribbon. I have a bow fluffing problem, whereas it's never perfect for me. So you will see me constantly fluffing out bows. I will do this constantly. I don't know if it's an OCD thing or what, but anyway, it's a problem. And that's just some of the edited bow fluffing that you'll see. Okay, so time to start adding some greenery. This is a really nice lush greenery from Jam Designs, I believe. That's JAM Designs. And this greenery makes a great base for all the florals I'm going to be adding. Moving on to adding some filler florals. These are cute little flowers to pick up the green and the pink and have some nice greenery. This leftover mini ranunculus bush is a perfect match for this wreath. And luckily I have another brand new bush that I can cut up and add to it as well. These flowers also came from Jam Design and Supplies. adding some more of the little filler flowers in some of the empty spots that need more color. This little filler bush will add some wispiness and airiness to the wreath, as well as giving it a bit more movement. These really pretty pink peonies will add the perfect pop to this wreath. And there we have it, my first moss wreath finally done. And I'm looking forward to making the next one. This was really fun. Hope to see you next time. Bye.